Good morning and happy Vlogmas. I'm currently uploading Vlogmas day 7, which means we are fully a week into Vlogmas. It always goes by so fast. I think especially this year because in my brain I always count down to when I have to like go out of town for Christmas. And I leave on the 15th this year, which is next Friday. So I literally only have one more week until I leave. So in my brain it's just like, oh, I'm literally halfway through December. Because for whatever reason the last week of December, like Christmas, New Year's doesn't count in my head. It's just like anything leading up to when I leave. So it's going so fast. I'm trying to get a few videos kind of prepped because I know the next day or two are going to be very sewing heavy. Heather's going to come by sometime this morning to try on her pieces before she goes to work. And once we have that, then I think all day today is going to be like a work on Heather's custom order day. I was supposed to hang out with Kalita today, but I texted her last night and I was like, you know what, I cannot. I have so much work to do. And she was like, I'm so glad you said that because me too. So I was like, great, I'm glad we're on the same page. So we'll hang out next week. I told her I should be more available next week. Like I'm trying to get most of my bigger things out of the way this week so I can like hang out with people next week and just have a bit more chill time, I guess. So I told you guys yesterday I'm trying to get my socials back up because I have been avoiding them, and I made a little slideshow TikTok this morning of some of my favorite pieces. So I got that prepped, and then I got one of my reels that I recorded yesterday prepped for Instagram today. So that's what I've got going. I need to figure out my posts for my part-time job because I think I've caught up to all the ones that I had already posted, that I had already drafted. Like I don't know if I have any drafts left. Oh, I do have 2 drafts left. Okay, I think I need to make a few more videos. I try to alternate between like pictures and videos. So while my video is uploading on here, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that as well. And I have a call with them at 3 today, the one that got rescheduled from yesterday. So that's pretty much what my day is looking like right now. I'm gonna go ahead and edit some videos and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so Heather just came over and she brought me coffee, which was really sweet. So we're on to our second coffee of the day. I fit the little romper situation that we had going on the other day to her, and I miscalculated her torso so much. So we have to add quite a bit to the length of the shorts. Basically I guess her rise is a lot higher than I thought it would be, which makes sense because she really is like all legs. So I need to add like a good 3 inches to that. And I'm gonna also extend the hips a little bit. It felt like a little bit too tight and I don't want it to be like terribly tight on her. So that was good. The top felt really good. I just checked kind of where this little halter situation is gonna hit on her, and then everything else is pretty good. So this dress is for Saturday. It's currently Thursday. I have all day today to pretty much get it together aside from my meeting at like 3:15 with my part-time job. So I'm just gonna work on that all day today. I'm gonna clear out my space from last night because I have all of my rhinestones and everything just laid out right here. So I'm gonna clear that up, and then we're gonna just start cutting out the new shorts, figure that out, and then start putting it all together and cut out the actual fabric and basically just work through the day. I have good faith that we're gonna get this done because the last 2 days have been super productive for me, so I'm hoping we're on like a streak here. Kind of have to be, so cheers. Okay, so I put together the lining of the short. I also realized that on the previous one I hadn't put darts in it, which also kind of important because this is a non-stretch fabric, so that was really silly of me. But I put darts into this one and I think it'll be a better fit now that the rise is a lot higher for her. So I'm gonna start putting that together post lunch, but it is noon, so I need to A, post for my part-time job and myself, and B, make lunch and eat. I honestly ended up having a kind of later lunch than usual. I think I had lunch at like 1 because I got distracted with posting, and then I came up with a different post, and then I just, you know, lost track of time by creating so many posts that it was 1 by the time I actually ate. But I went straight to work right afterwards, cutting out the rest of the pieces in the actual fabric and then starting to piece all of those together for Heather's custom order. Okay, so I just finished putting together all of the pieces for the top with the actual fabric. It's this really pretty metallic color. I also went ahead and put interfacing on the lining because I will be adding boning to this, so wanted to add some extra structure. There's that. I have the shorts lining and the outer fabric all ready and all ironed as well. So everything is ready to go. I think this is so cute. I love this fabric. It's so pretty. So yeah, it's about 3:05. I have my call at 3:15, so I'm gonna take that really quick. I don't know how long of a call it's gonna be, but probably close to an hour is my assumption. And after that, we're just gonna go at it all night finishing this up. I still have to make the outer skirt for this because it is gonna be like a long skirt with just a really high slit, which is why we're putting the shorts under it. But I haven't patterned that out just because I kind of want to put this together first, get that situated, and then just do the over skirt because it's gonna be relatively easy to do the skirt. So that's the thought process there. I think the most time consuming part is just adding like the boning into the top and just kind of putting it all together in that way. Everything else should be pretty smooth sailing, I hope. So yeah, I'm really excited about it though. Heather's gonna come by again tomorrow morning to just do a final fitting, make sure everything is good so I can finish it up. So I think I'm gonna do everything up to the point where the zipper is and then just like wait for her to come in, fit the zipper to her, and then finish it instead of like finishing it and then maybe having to adjust something, having to undo it. So that's my thought process there. I'm gonna do everything I can to get it done up until that point. First, I'm gonna take this call. Okay, I just finished my call and it's almost 5 p.m. because we ended up doing it a little bit later than scheduled, but I'm surprisingly not stressed about finishing Heather's custom order, even though I know I basically need to finish it today. And I really thought I would feel a little more stressed, but I'm not. So I think I'm gonna shower and then just like continue working for a bit and then eat dinner and then work again for a little bit, just because I feel like I need a reset whenever I go from working on my like computer to then switching back to sewing, especially after like a long day. So I'm gonna reset and then get back to it. I really don't think it's gonna take me too long to finish Heather's custom at all. I feel like I've gotten down to a system with a lot of my sewing, and obviously the more you sew, the more efficient you get at it. And I've also come to the realization that I started sewing like on and off my entire life, I would say. Like I had like a kid sewing machine when I was younger and I attempted to use it, didn't do great. I took like one random sewing class, I think in middle school for like a weekend or something, and that was great. But I didn't like really start sewing until high school, until I was like a freshman, aka 14. And I realized now that I am 24, I've been sewing for 10 years. So I feel like now I can actually call myself like a seamstress slash I can actually say I've been doing this for a long time, because for whatever reason anything below 10 years just felt like, oh, like I like recently picked it up, or like, oh, like it's not that long ago. No, 10 years is a long time. So I'm officially a veteran to sewing. That being said, I'm gonna shower and get back to sewing because I do need to finish this tonight. After showering, I went straight into sewing again. So I started putting in the boning to the lining, and then once I got that done, I put the outer shell to the lining and just started piecing everything together, and it was finally starting to come together and looking like an actual piece, which I'm really excited about. Obviously lots of ironing in between to make sure it's nice and clean. I lost track of time, honestly, and by the time I had dinner, it was probably around 9. That being said though, I did also FaceTime my mom in between, so I will also blame that for having such a late dinner. Okay, I've been working on Heather's custom order for a hot minute, and I'm cutting out the skirt right now, but I realized it is almost 9 p.m. and I have not eaten dinner yet. So in the spirit of still not feeling in the mood to cook anything at all, here's to yet another frozen food night. So fun. I feel like it's pretty out of character for me to like eat pre-made things. I usually don't love to, but I think with Vlogmas, I'm up working so much. Like obviously a lot of the time I'm editing and you guys don't see that, but every morning I like wake up and I'm editing, or at late at night I'm editing. So I just have very, very long work days lately. And the last thing I want to do is like spend extra time like cooking and then having to clean up my kitchen and do so much more. So that is why we are resorting to frozen foods, which I'm glad I have. I usually don't have anything in the freezer, but because I went to Costco with my friend Liran couple weeks ago, all I bought there was frozen foods because they obviously sell in bulk. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna bulk up on this because it can last a few months in my fridge. And that was honestly the best decision I've made this past month, truly, because it's for times like these that I need to have pre-made things in my fridge. So today is gonna be a crispy chicken strips kind of day. These honestly are really good, I'm not gonna lie. My goal is to finish most of my work this week so that next week is a little bit more free and I can hopefully get back into like my normal routine a bit before I leave for the holidays. But this week has just been chaotic and I've had so much work to catch up on, which is a great thing, but also just leaves me with very little time to like take care of myself and my apartment. I feel like my apartment's a mess right now, even though I feel like I've cleaned every other day, but it still feels messy. So hopefully next week will be better for that. But this week is just chaos. Okay, I think I finished everything I want to finish up to this point for tonight, and then the rest I want to finish once we've done the fitting. So it is actually pretty much put together. So this has like a really fun neckline that's like this, and then it's like that, but I want to make sure this lays properly on her, so I haven't actually finished off this edge at all. Like this is just completely open because I want to make sure like the distance between these two straps is like lays flat on her, and that's something I need to test tomorrow, so I don't want to like finish this off and then have to undo it. So that's something I'm leaving open, and then I'm leaving open the back zipper area so we can like fit it really nice and tight to her. But essentially looks like this. It's long. I left a pretty big slit because I wasn't sure if she wants, like currently it's just on the side seam, I don't know if she wants me to like cut into this so it kind of comes towards the front more and it's like a diagonal cut up front or not. So I didn't want to finish off those edges yet, and obviously I haven't like fully hemmed it either. But the shorts under are done. I did kind of leave room to make them a little bit shorter if need be. I wasn't sure how short she would want them. So those are the things that we are going to be fixing tomorrow once we fit it on her, but I feel really good about where it is at. So that being said, it is 10:43 and I have to edit this vlog. So I am gonna do that, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for the next vlog. Bye!